morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the geeks out there, and Idle Geekdom, and welcome to another car showcase. This time through Gran Turismo 7. Yes, we're going to be doing Gran Turismo 7 once again because there's quite a few cars in Gran Turismo 7 as it is, and I'm focusing on that right now. Anyway, we're going to be focusing on one particular kind of car today. Subaru, the very first Subaru that I actually ever raced with in Gran Turismo 1, the very first Gran Turismo that ever came out. It was the STI model, and it was the 1994 STI. Starting out, the Impreza basically is like your standard Impreza. It starts out with about 276 horsepower. It's not bad. It's a decent enough and powerful enough car. After me upgrading it quite a bit, putting on everything that I did, it's gone up to 498 brake horsepower, which is a ton more powerful. Let's talk about how you can obtain this car. This car is very difficult to obtain in Gran Turismo. You have to wait for the used car lot to update and have one of them actually sitting in there. It's actually even more difficult to obtain the older models because they're very rare. If you really do want one of the old classics like this, you'll have to wait a while. Search for it and see if you can find it. When you do, if you really want the car, buy it up quickly. Trust me, there are some cars that I've been looking for that showed up once and disappeared, and I haven't seen them again. You can't obtain the car through any kind of special event. I don't think. I haven't obtained it through any kind of special event. I actually had to go out and purchase the car. Some of the perks of the car, alright, it is a four-wheel drive. The reason why Subaru is a four-wheel drive is because it was actually built for rally racing to compete with some of the best rallying cars out there, and it did. Other nice perk about the Subaru is got an inline 8 boxer engine, right? So it's got an inline 8 boxer engine. Now, if you know what an inline 8 boxer engine is, boxer engines, pistons don't go up and down, they don't go in a V, they actually go across like that. Very nice for technical courses like the one that I'm taking you on. Even when you make mistakes, the car still manages to handle when it goes around the corners and things like that. A couple of cons for the car. Starting out, the braking is terrible. You need to upgrade the brakes on the car. It is not built to stop, it's built to go. Second thing, it's handling when it comes to cornering. These cars are not easily handleable if they don't actually have decent downforce on them. So the modifications that I made full modifications to this car. This car is fully upgraded, so it's full racing. Everything that I've done, I can do with the car. Wheel wise, again, it depends on the track and it depends on the weather. Tires are your preference and also depending on what you want to do with the races. The next thing I did was I upgraded the fin. I put some aerodynamics on that, and I brought that up to 150 to give it some decent downforce. So the car is actually being forced down nicely to be able to hit those corners nicely. Your next thing is your transmission. Transmission, again, try to make it fully customizable. If you have a fully customizable gearbox, it helps, especially when you're trying to do tracks, so try and do that. Alright, braking systems. This is very important, especially for this car. As you know, it is crap with braking. What you want to do is you want to have racing drilled discs or higher. Brake pads, racing brake pads, handbrake. Keep that normal unless you're trying to go drifting. If you want to go drifting, add the drifting handbrake in there, but keep it normal if you're not attempting to do that. Engine tuning. This is some of the stuff that happens and you cannot change it. Once you've done this, it's done. You can't change it back unless you basically install the engine again. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to bore up the engine. In other words, increase the size of the piston port. So the bigger the piston port, the bigger the piston, the more power. That's how it works. So bore that up, put some bigger pistons in. Stroke up, same thing. That's the piston size. Bring that stroke up a bit higher. Engine balance tuning. Try to balance, where the engine sits in the car. It's always good. Polished ports also gives a decent amount of power. High lift camshaft. The camshaft obviously is just as important to give some more power to the car. All of this is power. Everything that I've got here is power. Yeah, the overall score and my personal opinion on the car, well, the overall score for the car, I'll give it 4 clutch plates out of 5 because it is a damn good car. It's very powerful. It's proven itself in rally racing a lot, but also in track racing. They actually recently got the best time at the Isle of Wight TT races, so Subaru's actually been doing a good job. But this particular car, I give it 4 out of 5 clutch plates because it's a decent car. It's worth a buy if you're looking to actually build something from scratch and make it a decent fast car. What's been going on with Gran Turismo? Yes, I agree with every single player out there. They're getting greedy, and they got greedy and they started showing off that they're going to be monetizing shit that they shouldn't be doing. They're basically going the full GTA route. And we knew that they were going to do the whole monetizing that they do anyway. That's what Gran Turismo has done since Gran Turismo 6. So it was no real surprise that they actually monetized the game. But how they actually did and how they took our money away or make us pay more money to be able to buy a car that is just not worth it. Unacceptable. I don't agree with it. I don't think it was a good idea. What they did do, something that I'm very happy that they did, was they updated updated everyone and said, okay, look, we're going to change everything. We realized that we made a mistake. You're not happy with it, and we want to keep you guys happy because you guys are the ones who actually give us money for this game. It's not fair of us to actually do that to you. So they're actually now reverting some of the things. What I'm not happy about is their DRM. I wish they would take that crap away, because if their servers go offline, I can't play the game and no one else can play the game. It's freaking annoying. I don't like it. It irritates me a lot. So that is something that needs to change. They need to actually take the DRM away. They need to take it away. I don't like this always online bull that they've actually thrown out. That needs to go, and needs to go now. Personally, from my opinion, that's how I feel. That's it in a nutshell, guys. That's pretty much all I can actually tell you about the car and about what I've done with it. Next week, we're going to be looking at the VW Sirocco. Yes, we are going to be looking at the VW Sirocco, but not any VW Sirocco. We're going to be looking at the 2010 Sirocco. So I hope you guys are going to look forward to that one. I'm going to show you both the car as standard and the car as upgraded, and you're going to see how nice this car actually can be in both ways and how fast it can be. I hope you guys are enjoying the show as much as I am enjoying doing it. If you liked the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't like the video, hit that thumbs down button. And as always, remember, keep it geeky!